Now that we've reviewed the basics of objectives and how to write them using the audience, behavior, condition, and degree elements, we're going to discuss how we provide quality control in this process by looking at performance agreement. One of the most important aspects of writing behavioral objectives is to be specific about what a learner is expected to be able to do at the end of a course and how they will be assessed for mastery. These are the behavior and degree elements of an objective. In order to assure that we are assessing mastery in a consistent and valid manner in our actual course implementation, we need to determine if the behavior and degree elements of any assessment of mastery are consistent with the original objective. We call this alignment between objectives and assessment tasks performance agreement. The process of performance agreement was first suggested by Dr. J. Marvin Cook to assure that teachers and instructional designers have a method of providing quality control in the course design process. The reason that this is so important is because when mastery is determined in a way that doesn't match the original intent of an objective, there is no validity in the learning the student receives. One of the most common examples of problems with performance agreement is when we write an objective that requires a learner to perform a task, and the assessment task is to simply write or speak about how the task will be performed. Let's say that an objective is written as follows. Given a data set, operating computer and software, the statistics 8845 learner should be able to determine the mean family income for the supplied population with no more than a 1-cent error. In this example, our behavior is to determine the mean family income with no more than a 1-cent error. If the assessment task is written like this, given the supplied data set, determine the mean family income for this population with no more than a 1-cent error. This requires the learner to actually determine the mean family income. You have a performance agreement since they are being asked to perform the math on a data set and offer an answer based on the process. However, if the assessment task reads like this, how would you determine the mean family income for a population within a data set? You have simply asked the learner to explain how they would perform the calculation. You do not have performance agreement. This is true since asking a learner to simply explain a process is completely different than asking them to perform the calculation within a specified limit of accuracy. This is a very common issue when objectives and assessment tasks are not consistent. It provides a very simple method of providing quality control in a process of course design. As we write behavioral objectives, we need to make sure that we can assess mastery in a way that provides performance agreement. Using performance agreement, we can provide a key quality control component to our work.